Hello.
Hey, welcome to class. Today is midterm too, isn't it? Midterm day?
Yeah.
Yeah, feel free to take it any day, anytime today. And that's awesome. So hopefully as soon as people come here, a few more people, 8:15, right? We said 8:15. We won't wait longer than 8:15. And who was supposed to go first? Ashwat was supposed to go first. Ashwat, you're supposed to go first.
I was supposed to go first, but I'm
Sean. Yeah, Sean.
I'm having
Yes.
some
Ashwat was
problems with
second.
my code. Can I go a little bit later?
Well, you got until 8:15 anyway. Do you want more time after that?
Maybe, I don't know. I'll work until 8:15.
Oh, okay. No worries. You know, we'll give other people a chance to go first. And yeah.
Okay.
Hey, well, you know, anyway, Kylie just joined. Kai was pretty much ready to go, but you know, who knows?
I can present first if you need some.
Who wants to go first? Noah, you're ready?
Yeah.
But not basketball, right?
No, not basketball.
Okay, all right, cool. Hey, that's really awesome. Okay, so well, don't start. We'll give other people. You know, we want a sizable audience too.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So until 8:15, just carry on a conversation. You guys can talk to each other if you want. I can turn the laptop around, and then we'll start at 8:15. How about that? Yeah. Okay. Keep talking to each other. Maybe even talk about ideas that you can say, "Hey, I tried something else. Maybe you want to check out mine, and wait until I do my demo and things like that." You can share these ideas and say, "Hey, I should try that next time," and all, right? So you can talk about those things if you want, because I think this is a very nice, cool project that we wrapped up even before we started venturing into C++. It's just basic programming, and we've got that going, right? So I think it's really cool. So, well, how about this? You got 10 minutes from now until 8:15, and more people may join. So, but you've got there's a bunch of people here. Why don't you guys, talk and get to know your programs first before you actually see them in action, okay? And say, this is what I did, and so on. That's fine. All right, is that okay? Is that a plan? We'll start in 10 minutes. I'm just going to be around, right? So if there's silence, I'll come back. And if you call me, I'll come back. Okay, so either if I hear me being called, or if there's silence, I'll come back. Otherwise, just keep talking. That's all. And keep it lively, right? Like a talk show or something. And it's not that that's going to draw more people more students in future to watch this video, because they're going to have a choice. For week 7, should I watch Winter 22 or Spring 21? Right? Because we have a whole bunch of these now. So now you can use that as your attention grabbing thing.
Good morning, Mr. Anand.
Yeah, who's that? Sorry, Fernando, you're here.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know what? I'm so totally. We got to talk at some point because you're not making it to class predictably.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, it's not that it's. I can understand that some people have. For me, it was the case, right? In life, certain times are conducive for doing certain things, right? We shouldn't force ourselves to do this, and when a time is not allowing you to do this, right? So you should take it at the time when you're able to do it. So that's the reason I'm thinking, it's when I look at your attendance, I'm thinking I have the same feeling as I'm running an inefficient computer program. You know what I mean is that you have resources in front of you, but they're not being used to the fullest, right? A lot of it is just burnt carbon. And I think that when students come to college, not my class, any place where they can learn, and they're not able to learn for whatever reason, right? Their attention being taken by something else. I think that's an inefficient, not a computer science way of absorbing education, right? So the computer scientist, the learner, the computer scientist learner, or even a scientist learner, right, would just go for economy, saying, well, you know what, I got these bunch of different things to do in my life. I got to party, I got to, take care of my kids or my parents or whoever it is, right? Everything, my social life, set some time apart. And then when I get to do the learning part, I can have 100% of my cycles, right? I can really dive into this ice cream shop rather than saying, you got 2 minutes to go into the ice cream shop and figure out what you want. And it's like this huge selection there. And that's no fun, right? So if you want to plan it properly, you got to do this properly. So I would be, if you want to come back and do this from the beginning again in a future quarter, I will be totally behind you, right? If you have any paperwork that needs to get done, I'm happy to do that. But I want to be honest and say that people who've been missing class and not able to devote as much attention as cs2a requires, I know, right? cs2a, 2b even, and 2c. This entire thing is computer science generally is actually fairly demanding. And it's demanding because it gets you a lot of places. I remember when the very first time I came to the United States, I was completely intimidated by the highway system and the freeze. I was already, I was starting to work, right? I was like in my 20s. But the freeway system, and it was in Baltimore, I think, right? With I-95 and things like that. I was like totally scared. But then when I went to, I think it was a driving test or something, and one of the instructors actually told me there that it's intimidating and scary only because it gives you a lot of power. Because once you master the technique of getting onto the highway, getting off the highway, and driving safely within your lane and changing lanes. There's only 4 or 5 tricks, right? And then, be your basic safety guards, which, you carry with you anyway. You'll find that the highways give you a great deal of power, right? You don't have to depend on public transport. So you can just go anywhere you want. Isn't it? Isn't that true? Right? Because I don't know, maybe you guys have been in cars and driving from a very young age. But when I started driving in the States anyway, when I was in my 20s, and the first time I would only say, even from going from Washington to Baltimore, I would say, let's just go on the surface roads, right? And don't go on the highway. We'll go on the streets, and suffering all the signals, the lights. Even though it was very pretty, right? The park lanes are very nice. But that's not an excuse to always avoid the highways. And I used to do that. I used to always take but turns out that's actually not the easy route. Later on, I found out, right? After I mastered the highways, I realized that what I used to think was the easy way to go from Washington to Baltimore was actually the hard way. Because there, I have to be more focused all the time because I'm on pedestrian streets. And there are traffic lights all around, stop signs, right? So even though you have parks and things like that, you're driving past, but it's a painful experience after a certain time, right? Because you can run it most of it in your head anyway. And so I realized that, so that what I thought was easy was actually the hard way. The easy way is actually out there. And once you master the easy way, you think, wow, this is so cool. Now I have a lot more time to do whatever the hell I want. If I want to go to the park, I can actually go to the park. I don't have to drive on a road, near it. So that kind of, and that's really what it is. So I'm saying that, approach college itself as like a computer scientist and say, if it's an inefficient program, I'm just going to get to the bottom of it and make it efficient first so that I can, when what I get from the CPU, I get it, properly. I don't get it to go on wild goose chases and wasting time and, burning electricity for nothing. So that's what I mean. Any of you, not just Fernando, because Fernando is actually attending classes once in a while, but I know some other students who are enrolled and they haven't attended any class and they're still around. And I've sent email to a few and they haven't responded too. So I don't know what the hell is going on there. So if you reach out to these guys, I don't know, because you guys are probably enrolled in other classes too together, you should let them know. They should at least get back to me or let me know what the hell is going on, because they haven't withdrawn or dropped. And then that means they'll actually end up with an F. Yes, if they're in it they should be in it for a grade because they're not doing the quests, right? Well, not all of you, right? So there's a few, and that's the reason I'm not like terribly concerned, but I am still concerned. So you got to get the message to them somehow. Ask them to follow up. And Fernando, like that, unless you're going to like totally apply yourself, I don't know. You can talk to your classmates, okay? Talk to all these people, Ashwath and Noah and all these people, Kylie and Justin. They've all been doing this and attending every class. Talk to them and in your separate channels. I know on Discord and things like that. Talk and find out. Really, it's not. You can't take this easily. Take this easy. So if you want to apply yourself for the next like several hours, several days, like almost 100% of the day. Like I said before, only time for eating and peeing and pooping, right? So that's it. If you're able to do that for the next week or so, you'd be able to do really well in this class. But otherwise, I will support your paperwork to come back and do this in the next quarter or later. And this is a message you should pass on to everybody. I'm saying this because it is week 6 now. It's a midterm time. And I received email from one student yesterday saying they're very sorry they slacked off on this class and they want to start now and put in the hard work. But you got to be realistic at this point also, right? So in order to put in the hard work, this is what it means. You have to basically take 100% of your time. You can sleep for a little bit, I guess, but the next week or so, especially in 2B and 2C, there's absolutely no chance if you start now. I think, unless you're already, already a programmer, a professional, right? Working out there, or you can do these things. It's very hard and very difficult. That's why I say, why inflict punishment on yourself? Why many students say it's hard only because they make it hard for themselves and just work in the last week when everybody else has been, spreading it out over the entire 12 weeks. So please carry this message on to everybody. Today is midterm day, and that's the reason, I think this message is very important. So you can't catch up at this point, right? Well, you can, but it's going to be really, really difficult, and you have to put in a great deal of commitment. And if you've been absent from, and only attending, you've got to really catch up by talking to all of your classmates all the time. Yeah, and also thank you so much. I'm looking at the Reddits and people are posting and asking questions without looking at the answers to these questions, which have definitely right. I can see for many of these questions, the answers are there in the past, and I know Zane and all these other people, are fighting with this formatting issue. I think Kylie will probably solve the issue. You can talk to them and find and tell them how, but I would rather. Zane and I don't know who else was in that session with you, the thread with you, Zane. I think there were a few.
There's Ashwath, Kaylee, I think.
Yeah, Ashwath also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you the answer. However, I'll give you a hint. Okay, I'll give you a hint.
Fair enough.
Okay, good. And please don't ask other people and just figure it out with this hint, and don't look in the past subreddits like you have been doing already, right? So that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people with the formatting spend a lot of time and waste. I shouldn't say waste, okay? Spend a lot of time figuring out the different ways in which you can format numbers in C++. Yes? Mm-hmm. Say, look at format, a C out and C set width and have a precision and so on. Okay, all right. That can only get you 10% of the way. 90% of the struggle here is not there at all. It is actually going back all the way to data representation. That's the reason, I put it in there, because and then I found that people were actually struggling with formatting issues and trying to find out all the different ways of formatting strings and numbers in C++. And say, oh, hey, that's really cool. I never intended for that to happen, but it's happening as a side product. Okay, so I'm going to say, let it. So that's a really cool way for people to find out how to format numbers differently, right? Even without me teaching them. But the real reason it's there is because if you go back to data representation, numeric addition is commutative and transitive only. Well, maybe I shouldn't be using these words. A plus B plus C, all right? If A, B, and C are all integers, and you should correct me if either you don't understand. You should tell me, because we're going all the way back to data representation. Yes. Okay. So either as A plus B plus C, if they're all integers. You don't care. You can add them in any order. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. However, if they're floating point numbers.
Floats?
Yeah, they're floats. Floats are doubles.
Okay.
You cannot do that. Theoretically, mathematically, A plus B plus C, you can add them in any order, it should work, right? Mathematically.
Right.
But if you do them practically using floats, it won't work. Why? Because floats are only approximate representations of the real value, which may actually be unrepresentable in float space. Yes?
Yeah. So it's an order, it's more related to order, you're saying?
Yes. Okay. So I shouldn't tell you any more than that. Okay. So don't fight with the formatting and different ways of formatting strings and numbers. Okay. Many students I find are basically plugging away there. But after you struggle for a little bit there, it's worth getting this hint also. Say, okay, well, now you've discovered enough about formatting, but the trick is to look here, and which is to see how many different ways can I calculate this quantity, A plus B plus C plus D, right? Do I do this? And you'll find that in the way that we do these things, because we know multiplication and division, the order is all spelled out. In any case, the expressions you're calculating, they can be calculated in only 2 or 3 different ways. Groupings, right? When you have times and things together, when you calculate the expressions, you can figure out in which way you do it that matches up with the reference, because I do it a particular way and you have to do it that particular way too. That's all.
Okay.
All right, so nothing more on that topic, and I think that's plenty of hints for you guys to experiment and find out. Okay, experiment and find out.
So the quest is still open?
It'll, yeah, if you're working on it, it'll be open, right? It's frozen for people who are just going to start on it.
Oh yeah, okay, no. Yeah, the reason we were all like so, I guess, frustrated was because we have the right answer essentially.
Yeah, it's
like
not the right answer. It's not the right answer.
Yeah, but it's like not because of just the rounding.
No. It's not like rounding. This, in order to get past it, you need to be solid on data representation also. That's why.
Yeah.
So and yeah, you'll figure it out eventually. That and it'll be surprising. The first time I realized, I knew, but the first time I actually realized that float addition is not like is it transitive? A plus B plus C, and that threw me off a little bit for a few seconds, and so you'll probably be surprised as well. It's good to have that surprise now.
Okay, awesome, thank you.
No worries, no worries. Look at it, it's 8:20 already, and who said Noah's going to go first? Yeah, and then we have a decent audience now. I think that's pretty much most of the regulars anyway. Okay, Zane, Kai, and Ali, June, and Keenan, feel free to switch on your cameras at some point, please, if you can, and that would be great.
Hi, sorry, I'm just eating, so I didn't want to be like distracting.
Yeah, well, it's up to you. You can talk, but I don't think I care if you're eating or not, right? That's fine. Okay. Hey, Noah, do you want to check the screen and?
Yeah, sure.
In fact, I think what we'll, because we're not going to look at the code most of the time, so you can just start with a big console, more console than the code, because most of us are pretty much using the same code, I think. Later on, if you want to explain your code, you can, zoom in and say, this is the bit that's different.
Sounds good. So, sorry, it's not letting me type for some reason.
Lucky?
Yeah, maybe I just need to refresh the
I think
page.
it might be because you're as an anonymous.
Say that one more time.
I think it might be because you're as an anonymous. Are you usually logged in?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, you can't even
just
click
stop sharing my
on
screen so I can log in, and then
Oh, it's
give
not.
me one
We
second.
don't. Okay. There's only 5 more weeks for the rest of the cs2a. So, and we have to basically start objects next week. So. Yeah, so remind me to tell you what our plan is for next week, so that you can actually come in, read it, and come in after having read through some material. We can start coding some interesting stuff right off the bat. Hey, no, increase the size of the console. So we
Oh
can,
yeah, my bad.
in fact, you can
Uh,
even reduce you can zero the size of the package explorer so we don't see the package name and all, but yeah, that's fine. All right, cool. Lucky water polo, not basketball. Okay, so you're gonna have a bunch of games. Oh, the slippery goalie slowly threw the tired goal. Hey, that's really cool. All right.
Yeah, so for some like sentence readability, I like took it upon myself to just add a new file. Or I mean, you said you wanted me to like kind of go through like anything that I added, right? Like anything that I like took liberties on, kind of
Yeah,
just.
hey, no, it's really nice.
All right, sounds good. So like I just added like instead of nouns.txt, I created two.
Oh, I see. Subjects and objects.
Yeah, just for like readability, because it didn't really make sense for
nice.
ideas or inanimate objects to act on things. So
Very nice. Thanks.
yeah,
Hey, a couple more sentences. Let's see some more.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, cool. You see, you have a decent variation there. Very nice.
Yeah, it was kind of hard for me to, like, once I split it up into objects and subjects, I kind of realized like, wow, I really don't have that many words, but
Yeah.
the idea is there.
Well, I mean, did you try Googling on Google for water polo? Because, you know, some of these documents they come up with are very rich with all these words.
Yeah, I didn't try that, but I can definitely.
I know. I don't know if it'll work for water polo, but it certainly worked for some of these genres.
Yeah, it was mainly just the idea of splitting up into objects and subjects.
Very nice. Thank you so much. Right, this should be a water polo package, or maybe you could have there's other stuff you want to talk about too.
Sorry, I also did one other thing.
In
this select, like in this kind of block of code here, where you're like where it's like
yeah.
the actual selection, I kind of edited the math a little bit just so that it was impossible for it to select this like.
Oh, I see. Previously, it was picking that.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I had no. Yeah, you know what? That was a bug in the way that I and who Kai, was it Kai? The two of us implemented it. That was a bug. Yeah, it could have picked, instead of an adjective, it could have picked that default adjective thing, and we never realized.
Yeah.
I never realized. I should have called it out. Thank you. Hey, Noah, thanks for picking that up.
Yeah, no problem.
Fantastic.
All right.
Great. Thank you. Who wants to go next? Sean, are you ready now, or there's someone else? Ashwath?
I need a little bit more time. I'm almost done.
Yeah, no worries. Ashwath, Keenan, you better now?
Yeah,
I'm having
feeling
some
better.
issues right now.
But I don't have.
I'm able
yeah,
to
I
go
don't have-
if needed.
Yeah, all right. So you have more time if you want. Ali, Kylie, Justin, Kai, Yuhao. This is all of these people. Ashwath, hey, someone take the screen and do your demo. All right. That was really cool. I liked Noah's demo. Kai, yeah, okay. Oh, we're gonna go to the beach. Cool. All right. Yeah, increase the size of the console too, like Noah did. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, same problem. You can
Yeah.
click in there.
I think I have to sign in. I'll fix
Who's
this.
managing this? Is this what Keenan or?
No,
who's
this is
adding
my
it?
own.
No, I think everyone has their own documents.
Oh, before Kai starts, you know that bug about the default thing that we talked about, Noah picked up. Please don't go and fix things in your code now saying, hey, there's a bug, let's fix it. Don't worry, okay? Because chances are you may introduce an error in the process of fixing it, and then the whole program becomes undemoable. Yeah, so don't do any fixes at this point. Just show whatever you've got, and that's perfectly fine. Yes? And you can make a note of it and say, well, I'll make these fixes before I post it or share it on Reddit. Maybe on Reddit, I think what we'll do is basically, here's a program that was written by w22, and here are the different packages you can download as a zip file. We'll put it up there, right? Maybe I'll create a zip file on nonlinear media, right? So it's a package produced by w22 students, and all the zip files, Noah folder will have these things, and that's really cool. Then I can point my future students at it. And Yeah, I think that'll be really cool. Why don't we do that? Okay. So everybody who's done a package, I'd like to have one of the, maybe we'll take Noah's CPP file. Oh, actually the sentences are different. All right, each one will have a different CPP file. Okay, each one of you can create your own Lucky and package, and I'll host it if you want. Okay, Lucky Beach, the bright reef closely kicked the bright shark. Okay, all right, we're very bright here. Let's try more. Try more. Yeah, try like 5 or 6. All right, 5 or
Wait,
6.
shouldn't I be able to press up or, oh, there we go.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, if you want many of those, just do a loop. No, you can't do so fast.
Oh,
Yeah, actually, so fast also is okay. If it's in the same second, SRAND will not be able to give you a different seed every single time. Colorful octopus joyfully burned the hot. But that's really cool. These sentences are, looking very interesting. I think that's where we're at. The hot crab closely dug the wet crab. Yeah, okay, nice. Yeah, it's all looking like legit sentences, right? They can essentially come out of a game, and that would be really nice. Thank you. Yeah. Well, how big are your lists? I think what 10 words each? 5, 10?
yeah,
Yeah.
10-ish.
10 or so. Yeah. Okay. Well, see if you can add more to it if you want. Right. 10 is rich enough. But when you send me the zip file, all of you guys, okay, try and put in as much as you want in it, and then we'll host it up there. And I think that'll be really cool. Thank you, Kai. Very nice. Yeah. So the way I'm thinking about it is that each student will have a folder with their name, like Kai, this folder called Kai. And basically my zip file saying Winter 22 student project. Okay. And in there, there'll be a folder called Kai, Noah, all of these things. Anybody who sends me a zip file, each one will be a folder. And inside the folder, you can have your, baseball, football, what was water polo inside of the Noah, right? And Kai could have, Kai did something else before. Okay. Well, 2 of these at least, right? And each of you, Mario, and that'd be really nice. Yeah, nice. I can see how that would be cool. In fact, one of you could even turn it into a JavaScript game so that, a future student could just go to a website and click saying, drop down menu, select Kai's beach, right? And then give me a lucky sentence. And then, it fades in like an 8-ball, right? Your lucky sentence is a hot crab, or something like that. And that'd be really nice. I can show you how to do this. Very simple, right? In less than half a day, you can put this together. Hey, Jennifer, welcome to class. You got to watch the first part of the video, right? So we talked about a lot of stuff. Are you ready to go with some of your packages in place already today? Well, you have time, not right now. Okay. So Noah finished his demo. We just saw Kai's. You can see the video. Someone else is going to do a demo now. I don't know, Sean, Ashwath, Kylie, Justin, someone, right? Pick up the screen and start your demo. Everybody is very eager to see what the next Lucky package is going to be. Everybody's got a Lucky package, okay? So we're going to see that. And how come nobody's picking up the screen? Should I call out a name? Ashwath, are you ready? Sean, you need more time?
I'm just logging in right now.
Okay. So Ashwath,
yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. And by the way, yeah. So by the way, I suggested that you guys come to class already with these packages, right? So looks like many of you have not created these packages. Don't create them in a hurry right now. Okay, if you didn't create it so far, but I would like it if every one of you completes this program on your own, like a quest, and then sends me a zip file with the package, 1 or more packages that you've created, and I'll host it. Please do that. Okay, thanks. Ashwath, what's going on?
Yeah.
Ashwath?
Yeah. When I run it on the console, it says.
No, nobody can see what you're doing.
Okay, should I just share my screen? Because there might be a few errors.
You totally have to share your screen, right? I was thinking you were getting set up.
Yeah, I know.
Can we get the link again one more time, please?
Which link are you talking about?
For the room.
Oh, you actually want to enter it? I thought we were just going to see it. Yeah, hey, Ashwath, I'm not entering it. Okay, I'm looking at the Zoom screen here. So you got to share your screen.
Okay.
Hey,
okay.
Zane, you too, right? You don't have to enter it until it's your turn
Oh, all right, okay.
But ask for the link. I don't know who has it. So
Yeah, if someone could do that thing.
Yeah, I asked for it in the chat. I think it's just for some of us, like I had a code, but then I closed it out and I didn't save it. So I don't have like my formatting. So I just need to get the link to someone's coding room so I can copy the format and then put in my own words. Or is that like not
yeah, hey,
good?
how about Noah? Noah's done, and yeah, we got his code. Hey, Noah, can you share with Ali?
Thank you.
Great. Ashwath, we're just waiting for you, okay? So you just need to log in and share your screen, that's all. And then we can just talk through it, all of us together.
Thank you.
Okay. There might be a few errors, just warning you.
All right, so in that case, you need more time. Sean also needs more time. Someone should take the screen and demo right now, okay? How about someone?
Yeah, I can go.
Who is this, Ali or Kylie or?
Kaylee, yeah.
Kylie, yeah, go for it, go for it.
I'm having trouble sharing my
Kaylee.
screen, sorry. Hold on.
Trouble logging in?
No, sharing my screen. I don't know.
Oh, wow, maybe Ashwath has the same problem too. But you know, yeah, Zoom is a downloaded app, right? We're not running it off the web.
Oh, okay.
Oh, for me, it's a downloaded app. I think it's definitely a downloaded app.
It like won't let me like allow Zoom to share my screen in settings.
Geez. Oh, you know what? Maybe Apple issued some kind of an update overnight and the security things changed. But for Noah was able to. What is your computer, Noah?
I use a PC.
Can someone with a Mac share your screen? I don't know. Maybe it's an old Mac and it works, and who knows, right? So I'm just shooting in the dark here. But maybe it's the thing with things going on wrong like this is because there's so many possible reasons that it could go wrong. It's an Apple update or a Google update or a Microsoft update. Who knows?
Wait, did it work? Is my screen sharing?
I can see your screen.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a Mac.
The desktop is like, cover up your desktop. It's got so many things on it that.
No, I'm not sharing it. You said you wanted someone with a Mac to share their screen to see if it works.
Yeah, we can. Hey, why don't you go now? If you're sharing your screen and it works, why don't we just go with Ali's code? Yeah.
I think
No, because I don't have a code yet. Like Noah just sent me the link because I had my last code on like a my own coding room, but then I closed it. Yeah, I need more time. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Everybody needs more time. Well, Sean was the guy who started it all off. Okay, so when these times start expiring, it'll have to start with Sean. Who else wants to go? All right, this is it feels like a cemetery here. Nobody.
Okay. I was like trying something and then it wasn't working, so I was just
Okay,
like,
all right, go for it.
All right.
All right, I want to make it clear.
I can share it. I can share it.
Before
I'm done.
you share, okay? I want to make it clear. It's okay if your program crashes and doesn't work, okay?
Yeah.
Everybody, not just you. Everybody. Maybe people are reluctant to demo because they don't have something working. That's fine. Okay, just get it on screen and compile it and run it. And if it crashes, that's fine. Okay, we'll take a wild guess, all of us, saying what could possibly be wrong, and you can take it away from there. How about that?
Okay. Yeah.
I can
Okay,
go
I'll
after
share.
Sean. My thing's working now.
Okay, so what I was trying to do was like create like a story,
All right.
and I thought it would be fun to like include like everyone's names in the story, but then like grammar-wise it wasn't working, and so that was just taking a while. So I just deleted all the names.
Okay,
So-
no worries. Yeah, I can imagine why you needed more time now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right.
Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah. Looks good. I can see your
Okay.
screen. Excellent. Make lucky.
Okay.
All right. Lucky story. Wow, that is so cool. A whole bunch of things. Okay, once upon a time, there was a ferocious pizza that quickly climbed a blue airplane. However, a flaming donkey joyously defeated a wet professor when suddenly a blue student calmly attacked the wet computer. When suddenly, and Orange Mountain, but you can fix that, right? Easily. Okay.
Yeah.
An orange mountain quickly climbed a flaming professor when suddenly a long donkey speedily looked at an orange apple. That's really cool. I love this. And there's so much variation here and scope, right? There's so much scope for.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. In fact, what you can do, Sean, is takes a bit more time. And you can polish up the story, you know, this one suddenly and stuff like that. And when you send me the zip file, just send it to me with also it's called a readme file or some kind of instructions to say there's something special about this, you know, try it and see what the hell happens.
Yeah. If I had like 30 more minutes, I can include everyone's names and stuff, and that could be fun.
Do some more if you want. But, it's very nice. I like it. All
right. Okay.
That's it. That's all.
Oh, do you want?
Well, I thought you were
to...
going to generate more stories, but that's okay. You can say, no, that's fine. I get the idea, and it's very nice. You should share the whole thing with, you know, any more embellishments you want to make to it. That is perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, Van.
Fun project.
So you're, heads up now. Okay. Hey, but your camera has all quarter been like totally off vertical.
Oh, sorry. No. Yeah, I have to like. To get myself positioned, I just have to like lean.
Yeah. That's much better. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All quarter we've just been looking at your hair.
Look at it at the top of my head. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you planning to go today, or you need more time as well?
I do have it. Every time I take the camera, the Wi-Fi kind of crashes, so I don't know if it would be a little bit too tedious at the moment. Do you want me to go at the end?
You can go at the end, and also you can switch off your camera because we'll only need the screen share.
Okay.
And anytime you want, doesn't have to be at the end. But Ashwath, I think, is ready to go. He said, Ashwath, you're ready to go, yes?
Yeah, I could go.
Cool. Let's see some stuff. Hey, nice.
Yeah, so I chose to do the gym.
All right, okay. All right, barbell weight, bar machine. I can see there's going to be a problem here, okay? Can someone tell me, oh, you're already running it?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it rows. Oh, I was looking at a plural and a singular. Rows and dumbbell. And then the verb has to agree, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's past tense, and maybe it will automatically. Lightweight, gracefully lifted. More. Lots more. Increase the size of the console. Increase the pencil.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Everything looks perfectly fine. Keep going.
I don't have too many of each. I think I have like around 8 or 10.
No, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for that funky thing to show up, and it's not.
Wait, what do you mean?
I thought I saw two nouns there. One was a plural and one was a singular.
Oh, I think that might have been before, and like I went back and changed it.
No, here I see it. Bar and rows.
Oh, really?
Yeah, number 3 and number 5. Are they nouns?
What you mean?
Yeah, nouns. You see bar number 3 and rows number 5.
Rows.
Number 5. Your number 5 is rows.
One.
No, number 5.
Oh,
so you got
okay.
a singular and a plural. And then I was thinking. No, I think I'm wrong. I was thinking, well, that's got to result in some kind of a weird issue because the verb now has to agree with the noun. Yes.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And I was waiting for one sentence to show that, and it never happened. So something is something is wrong with my reasoning here. Keep going.
Okay.
Maybe it's because everything is past tense. Because past tense verbs are all rows climbed and row climbed. Yeah, but I think in the past tense. Yeah, in the past tense, we got saved by the past tense, I think, because in the past tense, that same verb can do for both the singular and plural nouns most of the time. Hey, it's very nice though. The chaotic bar speedily climbed, perfectly hit the light rows. Yeah, and that sounds like a real sentence too, right? Maybe there's a guy who threw a barbell and it, at the light rows. and in some kind of a very nice. Lucky Jim, the tough barbell perfectly hit the stuffy barbell. Yeah, it's nice. I like this, and I'm glad it goes well. And you're ready to create a zip file and share too, right? With us in the.
Yeah, I can.
Thanks. That's a very nice job, Arfad. I like it. Thanks for sharing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
Very nice. Also, before you share it, feel free to make more changes to adverbs and so on, if you like. Add more or less, do whatever you want. Make sure it works, that's all. Anybody else?
I think I can go if I share from my iPad.
You got your thing to work now?
I don't know.
It's right. If it goes, we'll go with Kaylee, and if not, someone else should pick up the screen.
Wait, sorry, I have no idea how to use Zoom. Okay, how do I?
All right, so I think you're sharing.
Can you see something?
No, you disappeared off the screen.
Shoot. Okay. Oh, okay.
Wait, what are you clicking? Oh yeah. Okay.
Can
now
you
we
see
can see a
it?
screen. Now we can see a screen. Great. Nice. Hey, before you start, Kylie, before when this whole thing came up here, your desktop flashed for a second, right? So that pink thing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any personal stuff on the desktop? Because
no.
All right. So I think the reason I'm saying this is because we are misled into thinking it's just a flash. Yes.
Yeah.
But it's a flash in a video. So someone.
Yeah, I don't think anything was there.
All right. So I think everybody needs to know that. And even if it's flash, that's why I was very concerned when who was it? Ali had all these things on the desktop, and I thought there is absolutely no way, right? I can. So there's so many things that could go wrong there. So please don't do that. Red Adidas. Oh yeah, you're also doing a sports thing here.
Shoes.
Shoes. Okay. Hey, actually, I like this. Okay. I like that the package is called Kylie instead of Kaylee. Instead of, hey, how do you pronounce your name? Kaylee or
it's Kaylee? Yeah.
Kaylee. So it's like a K-E-I. It's pronounced like K-E-I rather than K-A-I.
Yeah, like K-A-Y maybe.
K-A-Y is K. Oh,
yeah,
Kaylee.
Yeah.
I get the sense. Because we also have a Kai in this class, and he is pronounced like the Scottish Kai. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Black Nikes, right? Not Nike. I like what Kaylee's done, calling the folder Kaylee rather than baseball or water polo or I don't know, even Sean. Sean also is cool because story we didn't know what it was, but when Noah started running it, I was kind of already expecting water polo kind of things. So call it Noah instead of Kaylee, and then it'll be instead of a thing, and it'll be so. Oh, but then you have Noah 1, Noah 2, and so on. Hey, the red sketchers quickly followed past the green vans. Yeah, that's really nice. Hey, in fact, that is a real sentence. If you think about it, Kaylee, that is a fantastic sentence to start an entire novel with, right? If you're going to create a bestseller, okay? In fact, that could be the first scene in a movie like Forrest Gump. The red sketchers, and then the scene is basically red sketchers, and it's going past a green van, and that's how the story starts. And that's how Sean's story starts. Okay, some AI is going to stitch together this anime film using this. It's really cool. I like that. Kylie, I like that. Okay, and when you package it up, Kaylee, when you package it up, I think this is really cool. Just call it like Kaylee. Okay, don't call it what was it? Shoes, right? Don't call it shoes. Don't call it shoes. And I think it's a really cool idea for everybody to retrospectively adopt also. Just call your folders by your name rather than and you can say name 1, name 2, and so on, because like Noah might have multiple. He might have water polo and baseball and basketball also. So you can say Noah 1 and Noah 2. Right? Thanks. Thank you for that, Kaylee. Who's going next? I'm just looking at you guys, and you have no way of avoiding my eyes now, right? Because I can look straight into you, right? So you got to go. Someone has got to go now. I think lots of you have had a chance to go. What about Justin? Hey, Justin, you've been very quiet. Are you able to go today at some point? Demo what you have.
I had the same issue as
Kaylee?
Ali. I had it and then I didn't save it. So
You mean the program
yeah,
or your package file?
yeah.
Are
Or
you talking
the
about the program or your package file?
the program itself. So I've been
As long as you have the package, how about this, okay? If you have the package, both of you, just get the program from someone else, okay? Get the program from Kaylee or anyone. So many people who have demoed, just get the program, run their program with your package, okay? I'm not gonna force you or twist your arm to doing it today and put you on the spot, but if you're stuck and you wanna demo your package, this is one of the ways in which you can do it, okay? So you shouldn't feel embarrassed to say, I can't do it today. You can, that's fine, no worries. You just send me a zip file and I'll do it. This is your chance, right? I'm just giving you a chance because maybe, who knows, 10 years from now, right? When you have your own kids and grandkids sitting on your lap, you can say, well, yeah, this is your grandma or grandpa, doing a demo of what I did, right? Like, that's like, 50 years in the past. And you show this little YouTube clip, right? Who knows, right? Maybe they get a TikTok, personalized TikTok by the AI saying, oh, your grandma 50 years ago this day, right? And they get a clip. All of this will happen, right? Because humans won't be in control, and then the AI will deliver exactly what we want at the exact moments. And so we don't have to, it sounds like the Matrix world, but it'll all be very nice because it'll be what we want. And so yeah, it's really cool. Go ahead and do these things. I think it'll be fun. Hey, Jennifer, are you ready to go with anything? Anybody can borrow your code, not you, right? Anybody can borrow anybody's code. If you think they have code that agrees with the grammar or the packages that you have, just say, can I have your code to show my package? Okay, perfectly fine. I don't care. Later
Professor?
on, yeah.
Can I ask a question to Kai and Noah? I actually was trying to do what they were doing, where they had like 2 different nouns and adjectives, but I wasn't able to figure that out. I made a different like text file and then but for some reason it was just having nouns. So if I could have some advice on what they did there.
I basically I deleted my nouns file and then created 2 new, like the objects and subjects file. And then pretty much I just like Control F and found like every time that nouns.txt came up. And I think in like that big block, I pretty much just replaced it with object and subject wherever it was applicable. And then in that one like a block of code where it's actually selecting the word from like the array or vector or whatever, I just made sure that there was 1 line for the object and 1 line for the subject.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I don't know if that answers.
Kai, did you do the same thing?
You may have to explain this more in a private conversation. I didn't understand entirely what you said, but I knew that it made a little bit of sense to me. Maybe Kylie will have to follow up on that. And okay, hey Kaylee, can you just reach out to either of them? Hey, where's Kai?
Yeah.
Kai was here.
I'm still here. I didn't do the same thing as Noah. I just used the old formatting and just had 1 set of nouns.
Okay, thank you.
Also, everyone is going to share your code, right? I think I'll post it. We'll host it. We'll say it's winner 22 students. It wasn't even an assigned project, a self-assigned project. Winner 22 students, self-assigned, say week 6 project. How about that? We'll call it that and put it up on our thing, website. I'll put it on the Quest site, okay, under the Foothill directory. Because under the Foothill is where I'm dumping all the stuff, right? I put the Michael Losef stuff, and then even my demos and my homepage and all this stuff, all these things, I put it there. So I'll put your stuff there too. And saying, student accomplishments, and I'll say, or something like that. And I'll say winner 22 self-assigned week 6 project. Okay. And I'll have a little, document saying what it is. And then people can just download the package and run it or something like that. We'll have to figure it out. If one of you who is versatile with JavaScript and web apps, very easy. If you can do C++, you can do this in your sleep. Wants to do it and basically take all these packages and all the code that people have written and do a JavaScript web app out of it so that people can just do drop downs and click, give me a lucky sentence. I can show you how to do that, right? It'll be really fun. Let's say I can only show you how to do it if you have completed all the quests required for up to this week. right? And basically, you're basically saying that you're solid on CS2a, you're looking for other stuff to do. I can absolutely show you how to do it over spring break or after you finish your final. Even if you take the final before and finish all the quests before and you got time to spare, right? Buffer time, I can teach you then, right? Extra stuff, happy to teach you anytime, but finish 2A first. 2A is like so totally required foundation. A lot of people just basically skip on the foundations and say, well, what I need are the papers from the later courses. Actually, that is the opposite, right? What they need is a foundation, because the papers from the later courses, they're just stubs. You can build them yourself. What you need is a foundation. Everything else you can build. But if you don't have the foundation, then you got to buy each level from outside contractors. Yes? So yeah, just get the foundation. Then you don't have to be beholden to anyone, right? If people say this costs too much for you, you're saying, you know, screw up, I'll just build my own, right? So that's then you'll have that attitude, and then you can do anything you want. All right, so who wants to go next? I shouldn't just be talking all the time, right? This class, this entire day, Thursday, is supposed to be yours, because we painstakingly finished all the material in 5 weeks, but not painstakingly. But we did finish everything required until the 6th week, right? So we have these, and we earned this free class, meaning it's your class. So you should not let me talk and take this to demo your projects. And I've had a lot of fun just watching you guys, you know, do all these really cool demos. Just the different ideas is fun itself, right? So many different things, right? Your stories and sports and shoes and, you know, gym. Is that all? I don't know. Many different things I saw today. Who else wants to go? Nobody? All right, if nobody wants to go, that's okay with me. It's only 9 o'clock, okay? I'm happy to answer questions you have. If you want to demo, anyone wants to demo any code that doesn't involve classes yet, okay? No objects and classes, just plain C++, looping and, you know, stuff like that. Something interesting you've done, perfectly fine. Go ahead, demo it. That's what this class is for. Option number 2, right? If nobody wants to do that, anyone who wants to do that can butt in anytime any of the lower level priority things are happening, right? So we're doing something else. You can always butt in at any time saying, hey, stop what you're doing and watch my program, okay? And everybody will drop whatever we're doing, like musical chairs, okay? And say, hey, look, Justin's program is ready. Let's take a look at it. So that's the highest priority. Second is we will answer questions that someone's got, okay? And
hi, Professor, can I try?
Absolutely, thank you so much. All right, so June's going to take the screen and demo. Is this going to be your lucky or someone else's with your package? So you can take the screen and demo, and then we can just talk through it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Yuha wants to go after you. So so we have a little bit of you know, entertainment lined up. Yay! I can see the screen. Yeah. Hang on. You know, let me change my glasses. I think you have a 4K monitor, or you know, wide one anyway. So that I can increase the. Oh, now I can increase the gallery. Let's see more of you.
It's too small, or?
Yeah, it is. It's too small and also very fine. Very fine. Because you're. Hey, increase the size of the console so you have more. Can everybody see the sentences? I can see the sentences now, but they are very small, and I don't know if everybody can see them. Okay, great.
I can see them.
Great. The blue mushroom speedily attacked the deadly moon. Hey, that's really cool. Spiky pipe, nicely, and it's called words. Okay, it's called words. So we don't know what it is. Deadly peach. I have a suspicion that it's somehow related to Mario. All right. Yes. Because I've seen,
I copied some and I added some my own words.
I see. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. The fine Luigi slowly found the red fire flower. That's really cool. That's really cool. That's a really nice sentence, right? So very nice. Very nice.
Okay.
Yeah. The good peach happily climbed the excellent mushroom. Nice. Wow, that's a big one. The flaming Super Mario. Oh, so you have Super Mario as a noun. One line that has 2 words in it. Yeah, okay. Nicely jumped over the ferocious magic mushroom. How are you getting 3 words? That's an entire noun for you? Ferocious magic mushroom. That's one line, is it, in the nouns.txt file?
I think the noun is magic mushroom.
Oh, yes,
Ferocious is-
sorry. Yes, ferocious is the adjective. Thank you. Very nice, very nice. I like this. Jim, thank you so much for sharing, okay? And you should also, create a zip file just like everybody else. What you can do is discuss it either on subreddit, on the subreddit, or in the Discord or any other channels you have, and then decide on some common convention that you guys are going to use. Saying, well, let's all create a file called lucky.cpu. Let's create a student name folder like June. And then inside of June, you're going to have your own lucky.cpp. It could be a copy of someone else's, that's fine, right? And then inside of that folder, you're going to have a subfolder called June, right? Or June words, call it June words. And inside of June words, you're going to have those 4 files, nouns and so on, right? And then everybody follow the same, doesn't have to be this convention. Okay, I'm just giving you one example. So you guys can decide on a good convention and say, and then this top level thing, I'm going to zip, right? And then create the zip file and then email it to me. Yeah, and then by the end of, I don't know, next week or so, I'll unzip all the files into one folder and release it on, on the server and post a note. Is that okay with all of you? Okay. Yuhao, where's Yuhao? Yuhao, yeah. All right, okay. Can you take the screen and you're ready to go, right? Because I saw your message. Well, you're not talking. Can I hear you?
His microphone's not working.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? So just take the screen and. Are you trying to share the screen? Same issue as Kaylee? Something is happening on your screen because the lights are flashing on your face, but is it working or not? No? Who else? You can figure it out, okay? Keep figuring it out, and hopefully you'll get a chance to butt in again before the end of class. So figure it out and say when you're ready to go. Yeah? Okay. All right. Who else? Or you can ask questions, right? If you have any questions you want to ask, and that's fine too. I'll just say, or you can ask each other questions too.
I can share now.
Then you're ready to go?
Yeah.
Hey, cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Quick question though. There's that one line in the nouns, adjectives, code stuff that there's like the default adverb. Default
Yeah.
That's popping up a lot in my code. I don't.
Okay. All right. You know what? Put an exclamation mark in front of it for now.
Okay, good. Okay.
This is commented out. That is I don't. Maybe you were late in for class. Noah, if you talk to Noah, he actually built some safeguard around it in the program itself. So yeah, he changed the arithmetic expressions so that it added +1 and so on. And so he made sure that it was ignored. There's different ways you can do it, but Noah's got a way. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Every time I get rid of it though, it says core dumped.
Oh, core dumps. Okay. All right. I can tell you why it core dumps, or better, you guys can all figure it out. I think that would be a much better challenge and also exercise. Interesting exercise today is that if it core dumps, here's a good way to prepare for your midterm. If you haven't taken it yet, is we'll just get Van's code on screen. We're going to run it and it's going to core dump. I'm going to just keep my trap shut, right? Absolutely nothing. I'm going to turn away. I'll just turn the screen towards, yard, and you are all going to group debug Van's program and say, hey, this is why it core dumps and so on and so forth. How is that? Okay. And in the process of doing that, you'll be so much stronger for the midterm. And you can always call me, okay? If it's like
that sounds good.
I'm sorry, Van, you were saying something?
Oh, that was Sean, I think.
Sean, yeah. Sean, you were saying?
Yeah, no, I just said sounds good.
Great, great, fantastic. Okay, so all of it's going to be group debugging after that. Okay, let's do that. Just do lucky now and just hit lucky and enter. Just enter, hit enter, hit enter. No, no.
Enter?
Yeah. Okay, so far so good, right? That's what it's supposed to do, isn't it? All right, so now give it your thing. Hey, you know what? Change the while we're at it, just right click on that volleyball and change it to Van. Change the name of the folder. Change the name of the folder to Van, because that's what Kaylee did. Oh no, not Kaylee. Who did that? Was it Kaylee? Was it you? Your folder was called Kaylee, right?
Yeah. Can we move the console up?
Yeah, okay, like Van, and then and June was called words, and that could also be called June, because you only have one. You say June, and lucky Van. All right, the clever outside poorly dunks the scary middle. Hey, that's cool. We don't even. So in fact, you can generate like 10 sentences, and we try to figure out what the theme is, because the theme is now hidden, right? It's called Van. We don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So you can say, how many sentences do you need before you figure out what this is all about? Right.
Sure.
And I'm pretty sure that with Noah, we can figure out in the first sentence, this is about, water polo or basketball. Right. Kaylee's going to be harder, because you could say green van and red Skechers. Right. You don't know if it's, talking about, I don't know what. Right. It could be.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So
this is the first time it happened, though.
Game,
Yeah. This is the first time this happened, though. I never had 3 sentences.
I think it's because you just did it too fast. You didn't let it like refresh.
Oh, that's a thing?
Yeah.
That's what Professor was saying earlier.
For like the
No. So hey, Keenan. All right. So Keenan's answer is correct and wrong in the sense that so when he said it's because you ran 3 things fast. Yes, that's the correct answer. Okay. And then he said because the professor said so. All right. So that is the wrong answer. So don't take my word for it.
It's because you like ran it within a second or something.
Yes.
Like that.
Okay. All right. So that's the right answer.
Interesting.
So, do you understand that? One of us can explain that more. It's important for all students to understand why you get exactly the same thing.
Okay.
If you run it because you're doing this.
I understand that it's a thing now. I don't really understand like how it could be. Like if there's like a 1 second reset or something like a buffer.
No. Yeah, either Keenan or I can explain that. Is important. All of us should pay attention if necessary, right? Hey Keenan, do you want to explain it or I can explain it?
I don't fully understand it. I was just picking that
so
up
here's
earlier.
okay. But you should all tell me if you understand this or not, okay? Because this is a very important thing that you're going to be using so many different times in your life as a programmer. Here's what it's going. So when you ask for random numbers, there is no such thing as a true random number. They've all been generated at AT&T Bell Labs 50 years ago or whatever, right? It's stored inside the library, right? There's a list. Now, the problem is if you just ask for, give me a rand, it's always going to start at the head of the list because it has no, right? It has no rhyme or reason to start anywhere. So, and also it is useful that it starts at the head of the list because then we can write experiments that use random numbers and have them do predictable things. I can feed it the same set of 100 random numbers, like 10 programs. Right? Because, scientific control means everything should be controlled, right? It's just not that, random here, random there, so it's all the same. No, it's the same random here and the same random there. Then it's scientifically controlled. Yes?
Gotcha.
So that is why random says, I'll give you random numbers, but it's always going to be a predictable sequence of random numbers. Oxymoron, if there was ever one, but it's such a beautiful oxymoron, isn't it? Because it is random, but at the same time, it is predictable because we want it to be predictable, predictably random. Okay. Now, if that is the default behavior, which is a very precious behavior, it's very hard to get that. Think about it. It is so hard to get that, to get uniform distribution. That's also, random in that sense. That's why people say, I'm going to generate my own random by mixing things together. That is the worst thing you can do, right? When you mix randoms together, you screwed up the distribution. It's not uniform anymore, right? It'll have modes. So if that is the case, how can we tell it to start at a different place in the table each time? We got to give it some number and say, use this number to start at that place in that table, right? So if let's say my name is Kai, I could say, use my name and add up the K plus A plus I in base 27 or something. I'm just coming up with a total random ass technique to generate this number. It is not being used, but I'm just saying you could use anything. This is just an example, okay? I'm going to say, I don't want you to start at the beginning of the table, but start at this location, which is determined by my name. Is that a way to get a different stream of random numbers? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. But even though that's slightly better, it only gives me that one extra way of getting one other stream, right? The stream or start here. So only two. And so what I want is a way to get different streams every single time, I call it. So we can get better than using my name. I can use something that changes every second. Right?
Okay.
All right, and that's a clock.
Gotcha. Okay,
The
that makes
computer
sense.
conveniently provides us clock. And we say just sample the clock and just give it the time and say generate a number using the time. Now the problem is, unless you use a micro clock, because the system also has a nano clock, right? But the RAND function is very old, right? The RAND function starts from the beginning of C and Unix, ancient. And so clocks weren't micro and nano at that time. So the clock granularity was like 1 second. And that's why when you seed RAND, SRAND, right, rapidly within the same second, it's going to get the same number. So I say, hey, started Chi. Does it make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Keenan. So now you can, next time, you can just say, this is the reason. Yes. Anybody should be able to say, this is the reason. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be around. Next time someone asks you, I'm not going to be around. You may imagine you're going to say this to someone, some random guy, right? Saying, oh, because my cs2a professor said so. And you would basically, they would laugh in your face, right? So, all right. So this is the reason. And as if you know the reason, you don't need anyone behind you. You say, this is why it is. And they can find it for themselves. So thank you so much. Hey, wait, I didn't core down. You said it core down.
Core down. That's when I just get rid of the default. I was wondering if that was like just something for me. Every time I get rid of this line, like default adverb, default noun, default verb, and adjective.
No, that's really strange. You shouldn't. No, get rid of it. Let's see the code down, and then we can, I'm not going to debug it. Okay, it's gotcha. You should be able to do that. And in fact, I'm very happy. I'm happy because I thought that maybe it's going to be a simple core dump and it's not going to be worth the time of students to dig into. But it looks like you actually got a nice bug for students to dig into. So run it now. Let's hope it core dumps, and then you can take it over from there.
Oh no, it's working now.
No. Maybe there's something else. Try and figure it out. Try and get it to core dump.
Okay.
You got a spelling mistake.
Everything was working smooth. Huh?
Yeah, spelling mistake in your adverbs. I think cautiously is cadiously.
Cadiously.
CAU, line number 7.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So you were saying something. Sorry. Just insert it. Oh.
Okay. For now.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just worried because too many changes means that core dump we can't predict it, right? We want to make as little changes as possible.
Okay. Well, the thing was, everything was just working smooth, and then I was just wondering to myself, why did I leave the defaults here? And then there was the line that says, "Don't remove the following lines." So then I just left it there, but then I was just figuring, like, what if I just don't? So then I took it out, and then it just said core dump. So
are you using your program or Noah's program?
Oh, what was that?
Because if you're using Noah's program, your arrays have got to be slightly different, I think, right? Because
I think I got this from Keenan, or maybe it was from Noah. This is when we first opened the thing up, and I just copy and pasted the workspace.
No, right now, after Noah made all these adjustments to his code with handling that default, because your issue is to do with the default thing, and that's precisely what Noah handled. And so,
so wait, Noah had the exact same problem with the core with the default.
I don't think he's using my code, because if he was, then he would have to have.
Because the grammar is also different.
I think I'm using pre-Noah Lucky.
Oh, then it should be
fine.
I think
it's Kai's maybe.
Okay,
was it Kai?
So that's good. It's a legit bug. It's a legit bug. If you can manage to reproduce this bug, it will be fantastic for the class. Okay.
Okay. Right? All I did, I know that this is all that happened. All I did was just simply remove that default input thing, default whatever, and then all of a sudden the thing just wasn't working. But then now, for whatever reason,
how about this? Okay, since it works, okay, let's just flip the whole problem around and say that previously the problem was there was a problem and you got to find the solution, right? Now we got a working thing, and your challenge for the rest of this class as a group discussion without me is going to try and figure out how to make it malfunction. Meaning you're going to figure out with everybody's input. You're going to say, well, there's many ways, but you're going to try and figure out the way that works. when that default thing is there and not there. Okay. So you got to figure out that, all of you together, and say, hey, let's try and do that and run it and say, oh, finally it crashes, and say, yes, finally it's crashed. Okay. So this is your chance to basically try and break something for credit. Well, not for credit, but break something for fun. Okay. So how about that? Is that a fun enough thing to do? Because we have a working program, but no, we want to crash it. Yes or no? Can everybody take it? And you're all going to pounce on this program. Okay. And call out. And call out saying, hey, maybe that's what we need to do, and so on. We have time, okay? It's like 9:11, so we got almost an hour, right? So you can call me anytime you want. I'm just going to turn it around and keep talking, okay? And silence or my name, either of those will draw me to the screen, okay? Is that okay? Just thumbs up if you agree.
That was good.
Yeah, that's
Great, great. Thank you all. I hope you guys are having fun, okay? Because I'm certainly having fun. And you tell me if I shouldn't be having fun, and then I can say, oh, all right, okay, let's load up some more work on these guys. Okay. All right. Thanks.
So we're trying to make it core dump, right?
Yeah.
What exactly is a core dump? Like what causes something to core dump?
I think it's just error in compiling, I think. Don't take my word for it, but it's just core dump is just something's corrupted, something doesn't work, so the whole thing just panics and just dumps it out.
I think like last class, we were talking the core dump. It was like something wrong with the text file, right?
Last time that I remember there was a big core dump was when we tried to divide by 0 or something like that. So it's something that's just logically impossible, or something that the computer can't compute.
And can you make it so it prints that out?
Prints out core dump or prints out the default?
Yeah.
No, so that was the whole thing. It's just like the moment we had like, when we first got the code, it was like default adverb or something,
Yeah.
And I just left it in there. So, and I was just wondering like what happens if I remove it, because it was popping up a lot. So I just
delete it. Does it ever
so
select spiked as one of your verbs or no?
What was that?
Does it select spiked? Like, do you get sentences using the verb spiked when you delete the default verb?
Yeah, I do. Well, I do now, because when I removed it at first, it would start dumping. That was the whole thing. But then we put the exclamation point and it just rolled over it, and so everything's now working fine. So I did have stuff like spiked and tipped, blocked, and all that stuff. And now I just removed it and it's just working fine again.
So when you delete the default verb, it core dumps every single time?
It did, but now it just doesn't. Yeah. But that's where the core dump was coming from, because it was everything was working perfect. And every time I would like pull the line out, it would core dump, and I put the line back in, it'd be fine. I take it out, it would core dump.
Can you try putting the line back in again and then running it and then taking it out?
Okay. Yeah, I'll put them all back in.
I mean, it's a shot in the dark, but yeah, that's all I can think of.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I could do actually. Maybe I did something weird where maybe I tried to make it again. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, so running it just like normal, we have no problem.
And then take it out.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like another word basically at this point. So I'm not sure why we do it.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. It was supposed to be just like a step in. I mean, why did we put the thing there in the first place?
It's so that if there aren't any words in there at all, it doesn't just.
Oh, okay.
Because like if
Make
you
sure
run,
that
with an empty,
Gotcha.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess new hypothesis. I took the words out and I did something else that the thing didn't like. So maybe it wasn't the fact I took
Yeah,
the
it might not have
default.
been the verbs or the default.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't that. Okay. I was thinking I must have tried to like, I took it out and I didn't make Lucky again, but that wouldn't matter because Lucky wasn't actually affected by this. And then, yeah, I don't know. Oh, but Noah, how'd you do that thing where it just skips? Was it like you said +1, so it no matter what, it's always starts at like 2 and above for the random?
So let me pull it up. So no, export it. But so you have to so when you do rand modulo and then the size of the array, you have to subtract 1 from that. That's going to decrease the range of random numbers by 1. And then
okay.
after the modulo, you have to add 1 to that so that the range goes, instead of from like 0 to 10, it goes from 1 to 11. So that it doesn't have access, it can't access that first entry in the array, which is just the default.
Do you subtract 1 from in that first line of code to make sure that when you add the 1, it doesn't hypothetically pull like a number that doesn't exist? Like if it's from like 1 to 10, 0 to 10, and then you do the +1, it's like now technically 0 to 11.
Well, when you do the +1, it's going to be 1 to 11, not 0 to 11.
Oh, but it's like was the reason that you put the negative, the -1, because it makes sure that you can't actually you can't pull a number that doesn't exist.
Yeah, because if you don't have the -1, then it's possible that it'll
add a
go
number
outside the range of
the
the
array
array.
doesn't.
Yeah, it could potentially pull
Like
a
an
0.
out of bounds kind of issue.
Yeah, but it's like like a 1 out of 11th chance. Yeah. Okay.
Van, mine actually just core dumped. Try copying everything in adjective and then delete everything and then try running it.
Oh, for sure. So wait, I take
Like just like
do what?
copy like all the text
Gotcha.
and then delete it all.
Yeah.
And then try running it.
Yeah, no, that would definitely dump because it's nothing. Yeah, okay. Floating point exception, core dump. Okay, so that's the exact same line that I got when I.
So what probably happened was that you rolled a number that was actually no, that wouldn't work. I was gonna say you rolled a number for a row that you didn't have a value on.
Okay.
Could that?
Oh well.
I feel because that wouldn't be read as an option for your words, I don't think.
Let's see.
But you said you had like text in the adjectives, like you had text there and then it core dumped.
Yeah, so my problem, or at least what I thought was my problem, was I had that, that line of default adjective, default adverb, default noun, just the default to make sure that there's something in the file in case that if there was no words, it wouldn't crash. I just took it out. So like apparently it doesn't even matter if it's in there if you have something already in the first place. I just removed the default and then all of a sudden it was starting to core dump and I was wondering, what's up? So then I did it a couple times and so it looked like it was the default thing. But now after I put the exclamation point and then I just took it all out together, it just seemed to stop. So maybe it really was just a bug in the system.
I definitely don't think it was the default just because like we just did it a bunch of times and
a bunch of times,
took it out. So it was probably something else that like you just missed. Or
okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, when you guys were submitting your quest for Zebra, did you have any issues with the questing site just not liking the variables you define?
Say it again.
Like, it was the problem I was having is just that like the instance n popped up like I think like 2 or 3 times. So like in was like probably the size t array, or n was just an integer or some random thing. So it was used multiple times in the mini functions. But when I submitted it, the questing site always would look at it and it would just have a panic attack, thinking like,
Oh, were you running did you have a main in your file when you submitted?
no, I made sure to take that out.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking it was something like that too. But then I also was thinking, did we have to submit like a header file, the
Yeah.
.h?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Inside of that .h, did you declare the variables in there, or did you just leave the function list for like the callbacks?
I didn't change anything in there. I just left
Okay.
it as it was.
Gotcha.
I think it's given as it needs to be submitted. I don't think we need to change it.
Gotcha. So that the header file doesn't get touched at all. Do you define your variables that you're using in a mini function inside the main file that you submit?
Yeah.
Okay, and that like no one had that same issue where it just would die if it saw like n twice.
No, I just did all the stuff within the functions.
Oh, within the oh, I think I made it global. I put it outside of the thing, so it put them.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. You could just do it all in your functions.
Oh no way. Okay, so I could define. No, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's probably it.
Yeah, I thought I had an issue one time though when I was like trying to define a variable and it wouldn't allow me to. I mean, like, did you have any problems at times when you were trying to define a variable inside a function and it didn't just like stick? Or maybe I just typed something wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. Are we
Never
allowed?
had that issue?
No. Are we allowed to make other functions like helper functions for the main functions? Are we allowed to do that?
Helper functions?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, like
as long as it works, I think you'll get. I mean, you might get points knocked off just because like the software might say it's like inefficient or something, but
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I don't know. That's a question for Professor.
What's a helper function?
So
is it just like a third function?
It's like a smaller function that you call inside the main, like a bigger one, just to help with like with computing something or like doing a process, basically. It's like you don't have to, but to make it easier.
Gotcha.
Yo, for the same quest, I'm getting knocked for formatting on the first one because like whenever I get line C in, I'm getting a new line, right? And I looked it up and apparently that's like a thing for everyone. So did you guys have that problem? And did you guys just use like the Band-Aid fixes online, or is there like a different get line CN that I should be using?
Oh, could you say what the problem was exactly again?
So when I get line CN and then because he says to insulate from corruption, you get line CN I string stream, right?
Yeah.
So when I do that, so it goes enter my guess, new line, and then you enter instead of enter your guess blank, you enter, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So, and I've isolated that to like get line
For
CN.
Zebra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just in general.
Oh, in general, are you having the is this what is this for? Is this the game?
Yeah, that's the first one. It won't let me pass because it's like a formatting issue apparently.
Yeah, I had the same problem and I was going crazy for a while, and then I just realized even if it looks the exact same, like with the professor's test cases, you have to like subtract or add a couple of new lines. So that's what it is. It's a new line. Yeah, it's a new line issue.
So you just manually got rid of the new line that it automatically.
Yeah, I just played around with it till the spaces added up, I think that's what I did, and then it worked. Yeah,
Mm.
that's what it is. I was having the same problem.
Okay.
I was asking because I thought there was like a different like function we could, other than get line, you know, that wouldn't give me a new line.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, does getLine always give a new line after it gets the function? The input?
Yeah, I think it's either get line or cn, and I think it's get line.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I think I found out why it was core dumping.
Oh, for my thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can I
yeah,
try
what's
one
your point?
thing? Can I try one thing? Can you share again?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And then
Okay.
can you create a new folder?
New folder?
Like create a new pack.
Oh,
Create it like an entirely new pack.
gotcha. Yeah.
Just name it whatever, and then put the 4 files in.
Okay.
Sean stuff.
Sean stuff.
And then put the adjectives, the adverbs, the nouns, and the
Gotcha.
whatever. I
Is
forgot.
Professor here?
I think he's in the somewhere. Yeah, he's nearby.
Oh, because I wanted to ask a question about that, but I don't know.
Gotcha. How about
Wait, no, don't move it. Don't move it like that. Just create new
oh, yeah,
ones.
copy paste. Yeah.
Create new empty ones, and then you copy paste from there.
Gotcha. Wait, God, I'm doing it the wrong one. This goes.
What are you doing?
Where I don't know. Because like once I put more than like half in, it shifts it, and I don't notice it, so then it keeps on just like adding. Okay, God, wait.
Is it lagging?
Yeah, kind of. Okay, so I just type it out, or is there like a faster way? Probably not.
Just create 4 files.
4 files. Okay,
4 files in Sean stuff.
sounds good.
Yeah, the txt files.
It's and you want the exact same stuff, just copied over?
.txt. Yeah.
Gotcha. .txt. Okay. Okay, what you find?
What's that?
Oh, I made the thing.
Yeah, just copy and then paste it. Is it lagging? Because
Oh no, yeah, I got everything in there. It's
you got
probably
everything in
lagging
there?
now.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
then just do /Loki space Sean stuff, and it should core dump, I think.
Gotcha. It worked. Yeah.
It worked? No core
Yeah.
dump?
No core dump. No.
Interesting, because it core for me.
Wait, core dump. Oh, so wait, it core dumped when you took everything. Did you do what I did when you just removed default, or did you? How did you
Yeah,
how did you solve your default thing? You just like remove it, or did you put the exclamation point?
What do you mean default thing?
Oh, default verb, default noun. That the first thing we're supposed to put in the file to make sure it doesn't crash. Did you have that in your code or your files?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
You know the
default?
word at the top that says like
Yeah.
default nouns, default verb, default
Yeah.
adverb. Yeah, he's talking about that. Did you remove that or did you just like exclamation point it out? Or do you still have it?
Mhm.
No, I don't have it.
Okay, so it's just working.
Wait, hold on.
So what was your hypothesis for why it core dumps?
I was just thinking if you create a new folder and then 4 new files, right? 4 brand new files with nothing in them, and then you
Yeah.
copy and paste from like an older file into the newer file, and then you just try to run it, it core dumps. Because that happened to me like 2 or 3 times. So
Oh, that's really
Oh, I see.
weird.
yeah.
Did you make sure everything copied into every file?
Yeah, okay, hold on. Let me share my screen, see if it works for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Advanced stuff.
Okay. Okay. And then see it core dumps.
What?
Yeah, it's weird.
What are we missing?
I don't know, but it
Is
does
this
that like
the-
every time. Can you guys
Is
see it?
Yeah.
That is really weird.
Yeah.
That's weird, yeah.
Okay, wait. Let's look at the even the is
Now
that the whole
wait,
premise?
try to run your original files.
My original
Yeah.
files? Okay. Yeah, I'll do the file that I copied.
Okay.
That
Okay.
is so weird. That is so
Yeah.
weird.
But then after a while it just works.
Yeah. So like after a while, it just
Do you
like
think
you know.
that could be part like just like an issue with the compiler, like not loading all the files yet?
I don't know.
That's just so weird. Okay, so it
Maybe
has
try
to-
like refreshing the page and doing it again, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Every file and then create for new or new folder and create new 4 new files and then copy paste it core dumps. It's really weird. Okay. Oh, I guess it core dumps again.
That's
Damn.
so weird. And you just copied everything.
I just copied everything.
That
Yeah.
is
Try copying all of your original files themselves, not the words, and putting them into a new folder and see if it core dumps.
Wait, real quick, guys. I want to see if the professor's here.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Maybe he's not. I don't think he's here. Damn it.
Yes. But is he in the forest right now?
I
Outside.
think that's his house.
Okay. I just see like a bunch of trees.
Yeah.
Like Mount Everest in the background.
Because he said.
What, Keenan, what'd you say to do?
I was saying try make a new folder, and instead of copying like all the words into their own documents, just copy the documents themselves. See if
Copy these, like these.
yeah, like if you click on the top one and then hold shift and click on the bottom one, and then you might be able to
Shift?
control C. Hold shift and then click on the bottom one. Wait.
Click on the bottom one.
Like click on adjectives and then hold shift and click on verbs. It should select all of them. No, don't hold, just click. Hold
Click.
shift, and
I'm
then
holding
click on
shift.
click on verbs.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. Well, I guess you're just gonna have to copy them. And do it again.
Yeah. Well, if I just move it, I think.
If you move it, that's what I was doing, where you just
Yeah, if you move it, I
transfer.
think it works.
That's
Okay.
so weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
You could
And then
try.
you said you fixed that by just like messing around with it, not really changing anything, and then it kind of just stops dumping.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just coding rooms then.
I think so. Hold on. Where'd it go? Wait, where did my nouns go?
Yeah, see, that's what happens
oh,
with
there
me
you
too.
go.
Like once
There
it
it is.
transfers. Oh, whatever it is.
Okay. Oh yeah, it works.
To the
That's so weird. Coding rooms does not like copy and paste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could just be a weird thing that coding rooms does.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Yeah.
But it's interesting.
Well, now we know at least, I think. So it really was just really tiny, minute problems that just
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, I'm struggling on the Zebra quest, man.
Oh
Haven't
my God.
finished it
I thought I was the only one. So I mean, I'm happy that I'm not the only one struggling, but I'm sorry you're stuck with me.
Bro, it's not
It's
good.
not nice.
What
Wait,
are
which
you
one are you
stuck-
stuck on?
What are you stuck on? Yeah.
I'm stuck on which one was it called?
I'm stuck on get
The
AP.
GCD one. The GCD one, I can do it like on the compiler, it works, but then it's just too long. Like it takes too long. I think my code
Wait,
is
Kai,
just,
what
like,
are you stuck? Why are you stuck on AP?
I have, I think, like an infinite loop when I submit it, but same as Sean, like on my
Mhm.
on my system, like it works fine
Oh, okay.
for
Interesting.
whatever reason.
Tried. Are you using a while loop or for loop?
I can check right now.
Oh. Are you guys good on the GCD one? 'Cause it's gone.
I think it works in my main, but I was having problems with the declaration, so I haven't got the computer to test yet.
I see. I just
Oh, Zane, when you were working
Yes.
on your GC, was it GCD?
The one I'm stuck on.
Oh, you're stuck on one. Yeah. Well, the
on
one that Sean was
GC.
stuck on with it wasn't. Was the answer like too long, like too many decimals or something, or?
Oh,
Oh,
so
well-
that was
no.
actually.
So
Oh, go ahead, Sean.
who are you talking to?
Sorry, no, I was talking to Sean, but then I asked Zane to clarify the thing. So I was talking to both of you technically, but I was wondering what Sean's problem was. I was hoping maybe Zane got that one and maybe could help us explain a little bit.
Yeah, I was. Well, so which one are you guys stuck on?
The GCD one.
Greatest common denominator? or
Yeah. So I tried it 2 ways. So I used like an if, right?
Mhm.
If for if and then break, and then else for if break. And that was like, kind of like really long. So then I tried the for and then if. Am I making any sense?
Yeah, I think for that one, the solution's actually pretty short. It's not like crazy long. Mine was crazy long, and then I simplified it.
Mhm.
You basically are just, he gives you the formula for how you're taking it, right? Like in the instructions.
He does?
Yeah, do
I
you
thought
see?
it just
It's not,
gives us the name of the method.
it's like a word. It's like he gives you like basically like you divide it, you take the remainder, divide by the remainder, and you basically keep doing that, right? Like that's like the operation to when
Yeah.
you're
Divide,
dividing.
take the remainder.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Wait, where does it say that?
It says it in the function instructions on the main.
That is Euclid's method. That
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's basically he gives you like the what's it called? The I guess like the blueprint for how to do it, but then you have to just make it in code.
Wait, what? Where did you blueprint? How did I not see this? It's on
Wait,
the.
wait, where is it? Because I don't think I saw that either.
This just
Bro, what?
function. I don't know how to
It's
like
on.
it's like the main, like you know where you read all the instructions for the
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
click that
Like
little tiny
that.
like 3-word
Yeah,
highlight.
that
Yeah.
little text file. Yeah, it's there. That's
Yeah. Okay. So I clicked that for the thing. Wait, Sean, did you ever look at the files? I don't know. So wait, it's like that little 8-page file. It's in there.
yeah,
Right now.
yeah. Always read like all the little. Sometimes it's hard to read, but like try to read all of that because it can help you out a lot.
Definitely. I mean, like I do read the thing, but what was did it show you like a process to get the?
Yeah, it should. Pretty sure it should.
Are we talking like page 7 and 8 where it has like the template?
It's not so
No,
it's not actually in the template. It's like in the function information. Like when he's explaining what the function is, he'll give you like
Your fourth mini quest, greatest common divisor, you must implement Euclid's popular GCD finding algorithm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So wait, was it that he showed us the process, or was it, or were you talking about just this, where it just explains what?
Yeah, it just like explains what specifically he wants to see.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wait,
And-
sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, well what I did in my my thing was that I just took A modulo B and well that's the thing. If B is 0, then the answer is A. If A is 0, the answer is B. So I made just a couple if loops or if statements.
Base
Yes.
cases.
So I did the if statement for that. And then, you know, if it wasn't 0, if neither of them 0 and they're both like positive numbers, I do A modulo B if A is greater, and I do B modulo A if B is greater. And I just took that answer, whatever popped out of the modulo, and I just used it as my thing. And I thought that was working because I was doing most of the numbers were coming clear. But if you had something that was like, you know, 6 times 6 is 36, the remainder is 0, and the answer should be 6, but if you modulo that, you get 0 instead. So then there's a couple like loopholes in there, but
yeah, probably because it's like an even.
It's an even thing. Yeah, it's a special case. So like I might have to like create another if code for special cases, but otherwise that's what it was. If it wasn't that, there was just so many like loops going on for modulo this, modulo that. So I just did the quick one.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Then you're all done?
I'm not all done. I'm still stuck on the formatting issue, which is really
I see. Okay,
rough.
I thought, yeah, like Van, I thought everyone else was done. And I was
Yeah.
the only one.
I was just like, oh no. Yeah, I just started like a new job, so I had to like, yeah, maybe I'll just pause for this quest.
Bro, it's so
couldn't be that
hard.
hard. Yeah, and then I come back in, and then I'm just like, I can't even. I'm still working on one.
Dude,
Wait,
I haven't
Kai,
been
did you
sleeping
figure that
much.
out, Kai?
No, luckily I was able to get the next like code like key thing, but I'm definitely not done with the quest.
Okay. Yeah. For AP, I'm trying to remember.
I'm using a for loop right now.
Yeah, I think that's better.
I have no idea where the infinite loop is coming from. So it works fine on just like my regular coding rooms.
What is your loop going up to?
It goes up to n-1.
n-1.
And n is
yeah. I know. Yeah. And where does it start?
It starts at 0.
Is it going up just by 1 each time?
Yeah.
Wait, what type of loop is this?
It's a for loop.
Oh, for
loop. Kai, which one was this for? What mini?
Get AP.
AP. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me check mine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one. For my for loop, I did, and I think it worked. I think it worked. I gotta check again, but I had mine starting at 0 less than n. So I didn't
Yeah,
do.
I just
n
checked.
minus one.
Mine's the same.
Okay, yeah. So you could do like, how would that be? Would it be like n minus one if your I starts at 1, or maybe no, maybe it's just not that. Maybe it's just 0 and
Wait,
10.
so yeah, so what you can do, what Van,
Yeah.
I think what you're trying to say is like you do like you can have like a base case. You can check like with an if statement in your for loop,
Yeah,
depending on what I is, because you have to add commas.
right. I have that. I have if I equals 0, then it won't add the comma.
Yeah, because you're adding commas until the end, and then you don't add a comma at the last one. So
Yeah,
you want to make sure you're stopping right before the last one, and then I think you can just like append it and just do like, you can just do that after the loop. You don't even need that in the loop, but yeah. So just go up to n.
okay.
That should fix it, pretty sure.
I'll try that. I actually got to head to my next class, so if professor asks,
All right, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you bet.
see you.
All right, see
All
ya.
right, see ya.
Yeah, where did professor go? Need to ask him some stuff.
So was Kai's problem that he was trying to get the loop to not work, or was it that he couldn't get rid of that comma space thing? For like if you're creating
I think what was happening is he was getting to the end of like all the terms that had the comma, and then he was like, the function couldn't go to the next part. It was like stuck.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's like, I had that problem too. And then I realized you can just make an if statement to address that later. Oh, there's
Okay.
Hey, how's it going? All good? All good so far?
Hey.
Hello.
We're discussing the quests and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
as long as you're not discussing code, that's fine.
Oh no, just a bunch of troubleshooting.
No, we're not. Yeah, we're not showing code or anything. We're just talking about it.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic, man. That's the way it should be. You can get more.
Oh yeah, and we also figured out the core dump thing.
Yeah, you did. So who managed to cause a core dump? You know, that I think that should be our new way of doing this class. You know, give you working programs and ask them to ask you to break
Yeah,
it.
we broke the code this time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sean
thanks
was
to
able to
Dan.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to Dan.
We were trying to do my little method of doing the default noun, default adverb, etc. But it wasn't dumping. So no matter what we did, it just wouldn't dump for me. But then Sean tried it out, and he found a fail-safe way to always dump the problem by. Well, how did you do it? You just copy and pasted your
Yeah,
files.
so like when you create a new folder and then you put 4 new files in, like adjective, verb, adverbs, and nouns. They're like completely 4 new empty files, and then you copy and paste from other files into that new file, and then you run it, it always core dumps.
You mean you have one file in the package directory and instead of 4?
No, you have all 4.
All 4.
All he did, he simply just took what's in our big folder and put it in another folder, and the thing just would always dump it.
It always. And did you figure out
Always.
why?
No,
we didn't figure out why.
Oh, I see.
We
But you
just
got
assumed
it
it was a problem with the actual program, like what's it called, the coding rooms. We thought it was a problem with the coding rooms.
Then you mean it's not a problem with our program, but a problem with coding rooms itself? Unlikely.
Unlikely?
Unlikely? Okay.
Highly unlikely.
Can we
I
show
don't
you
know.
and see
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you
you can
think?
show me the program. I'm pretty sure it's a bug in the code.
Is it bug in the code?
Yeah, I would be very, very surprised. Let me put it that way. If coding rooms had a bug in it.
Professor, quick
Oh,
question.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
For the quests, are we allowed to create helper functions?
Yeah, totally. You can do whatever the hell you want. Yeah, yeah, you should just pass it, which means that the input and output should be as per contract.
Okay, so I guess the black box part of it doesn't matter. It's
Doesn't
just-
matter. But yeah, you should
No.
strive to do it in the best possible way because it wouldn't matter in cs2a so much. It will start mattering in cs2b. So if in the black box, if you do things inefficiently, you may get by here, but you'll have a hard time in 2b.
Yeah, it's just like for like certain functions, it's a lot easier to break it down.
Oh, then it's much better to do it that way. Yeah, totally.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure some of you are already doing it that way and not actually asking, but yeah, that is absolutely fine.
Yeah, I wanted to double check just so I can make sure I'm doing it right and getting full points and all that.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to ask me about full points, right? Because it tells you as soon as you submit, you'll know, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about those things. Cool. Hey, Sean, show me what the hell is going on with that, error. Okay, let's see.
Okay. So can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you. Yeah.
I'm unmuted.
Okay,
So,
I can hear you.
Okay,
What's
when we
going
go
on?
here, and then we create a new file, right? Call it advanced stuff.
Okay.
And then we create 4 new files, just the same like before. Adjectives.txt. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Oh, I just deleted my entire. Okay, never mind. And adverbs.txt, right? And then nouns.txt. And what's left? Verbs.txt. Exact same, right? Adjectives, adverbs, nouns, and verbs. And if we take this, or we take this, the exact same, and then copy and paste, and then copy.
Oh, you're just pasting.
Paste.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So it's not a bug with coding rooms, but I can see how this could possibly be an issue. Maybe it's pasting special characters that you cannot see. That is, even then it shouldn't matter because this Unicode and run into a string. But let's see.
And then.
All right, so you copied them all. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And then hold on. Let me make Lucky first. Okay. Lucky.
Advance.
And stuff. Oh, hold on, it works. Wow. Maybe because I made Lucky. That's the only difference. Oh, interesting. It's kind of frustrating that it doesn't work when Professor's watching.
It doesn't not work when you don't want it to. Well, if you can figure it out, I would be very interested to know, and you can also share it in the forums. Because it'll be an interesting exercise just to figure out, how you can get that reliable core dump. A core dump is basically some illegal instruction the CPU is not able to handle. And so when it has something like a divide by 0, mostly it's just a memory exception, right? Divide by 0, it's not going to do a core dump. It'll just say there was a divide by 0. But these days, I think even by divide by 0, it'll do a core dump. The reason the core dump, what the word core dump means, core is basically the memory. In those days, the memory chips didn't exist. Instead of memory chips, we had magnetic solenoid cores with wires going around them. That was a memory in those days. And so bits and bytes were encoded in the cores, whether this is magnetic or not. So when there was a problem in the program and it didn't function as expected, and it wasn't even able to produce any output, and it died even before producing output, the operating system said, even then, let's try and be helpful to the person who wrote it. even though the program couldn't produce any output, let's just take a snapshot of the entire memory bank and give it to that person so they can look in the memory to see what the hell was going on. Yes?
Gotcha. Okay.
So they took a photograph, not really a photograph, optical, but they took an electrical photograph of the cores and dumped it on disk. So they can look in the core dump on disk and figure out, oh, these are the bits and bytes my program was occupying in memory at the time it died. So let me see what the hell happened. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Definitely.
those days, it was called a core dump. It's not these days, it's just basically a segmentation fault or memory error. And they're also doing core dumps for, divide by 0 because it's so cheap these days to produce core dumps. So anything that there's no output and the program dies, they'll give you a core dump. If you are brave enough, you can tackle the core dump and look into it and see what the hell memory contained at the time it died.
Okay,
But-
that's cool.
Yeah, but we don't usually do that. As soon as it produces a core dump, we say, okay, well, there's something seriously wrong. Let's try and figure it out. So that's what a core dump actually means. It's basically an error that killed the program before it could output anything. No, not necessarily before it could output anything, but it's basically an error that killed the program, and the OS thought it would be useful for you to look at the memory.
Professor, quick question. Well, just in general, like when we're discussing like the quest and stuff, are we allowed, obviously we speak in terms of what's the word, practice, concepts and stuff, but are we allowed to use terms like go up to n, like do n?
That's all fine. Just don't discuss actual code, right? Don't actually, even verbally, don't discuss actual code or show verbal code, the actual code. I think you're fine. Programming should be a group activity, and you should discover that is the better way to do it, and that's fine, perfectly fine.
When you say like actual code, would it be like chunks of code that it's like?
Yeah, chunks of actual code, any code that you're actually going to submit, but you can take a chunk of it and phrase it in a different problem, and that's fine.
Okay.
Because
yeah,
go ahead, man.
No, go for it, Zane.
Okay, so what I was saying is because someone had a question about like why is my loop infinite, and then they were like explaining what they were doing, and we were like, oh, maybe try going up n-1 or like incrementing by 1, but it's not like actual code. It's just like
that's fine. In fact, what you can do is if you have something like GCD or something else inside which you have a loop or loop or something, you can actually take that code and show it to your classmates. Except don't show it in that program itself, because there'll be a whole lot of other stuff to do with the code there. Yeah.
Right.
Gotcha.
Just take those 5 lines. Just take those 5 lines and say, hey, this thing is probably, looping infinitely or something like that. Can you tell me if this is okay? That's all perfectly fine, right? Because that fragment could occur in any code, not just in your Quest code.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It's just like we just don't want to show like the answers, I guess.
Just exercise your judgment to make sure that it's going to be fun and effortful for other students also. Because by taking away their effort, or even taking away their frustration is not worth it. They need to feel it, and I think it's fun to overcome frustration. So, leave the ice cream for others, just as you tasted it.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
That's a good mantra. Yeah.
Yeah. So core dump, please go ahead, reproduce it, talk in the forums, and also theorize and hypothesize as to why the core dump could be happening and what is going on and so on. It's unlikely that it is coding runes. The only reason I thought it may have been coding runes is when you did the copy and paste, maybe because it's HTML rendered and things like that. Maybe it's UTF-8, not UTF-8, it's Unicode characters, 16 bytes, some funny characters that are not visible and so on. That's throwing things off in getLine. But even that should not matter, because after C++11, whatever that version of C++ they're using in coding runes, it should be robust to Unicode and everything. So that's why I thought it would be very surprised if it crashed because of a coding runes error. Because from all the look of it, it seems like a professional site. I've seen it. We've used it so many times, right, in class. I'm pretty sure there are paying users too. Lots of users paying good money to use it. So yeah, they can suffer, they can risk something like this.
Gotcha.
Any other questions? Anything else I can help you with? Today is the day of the midterm. Hopefully you'll all finish it by the end of the day. And keep plowing ahead. spend a lot of time on CS2a. I think this will benefit you more than anything else you're doing this quarter. And just spend a lot of time, learn coding and get to the bottom of coding, right? Because this is a completely new vehicle that you're learning to drive. Many people don't know how to drive it, but once you know how to drive it, it's like taming the highways in the United States. You'll have a lot of power. So just focus on this, okay? Don't, even if it's at the cost of other things that may not be as relevant right now, this is relevant to you, right? So I think it's worth doing, putting in a lot more effort. Thanks.
Right.
Thanks all of you for attending class and sticking around. It's past 10 o'clock. Best of luck for your midterm, and help each other out, except not and let me know if you need any further information. I hope I'll see you all again on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
And Fernando, if you're serious about catching up, you have nothing else. You can't do anything else until Tuesday, okay? If you do it like that, I will give you another crack at the midterm next week. Okay, Fernando, are you here? Okay, well, someone pass this message on to him, right? If he's really serious, and basically just focuses on this entirely, right? I don't know if he's enrolled in many other courses, then basically he's sunk. But if he's able to concentrate and bring himself back to where everybody else is, it's possible. Right now, it's possible. It's not going to be possible after week 8. You'll get another crack at the midterm next week. All right, thank you all so much, and I will see you next week on Tuesday. And if you have any interesting problems before then, post it, share it, and also share this a package with me at some point. I will be happy to make it available for all students. Yeah,
Professor, one quick thing about the so if we didn't get to demo today, I just got mine working, then do we just demo next week?
No, I don't think so. We won't have time for this anymore. We can do another program, right? We'll do another program. I'll think up another interesting thing to do. This time we will use classes and objects. It won't be any more complex than this. It's something that we can do in one week, right?
Okay, because you mentioned
these kind of projects were really fun. I would like to do more.
Yeah, we'll do one for. We'll start one on next Tuesday. We'll start one more. Yeah, I'll try and think up something that will take an entire week of coding and involve some of the concepts that we'll be talking about in class. I think maybe we'll just, one of the projects we did with Turkey, it was my 2B now, last class, display with effect. I think that has scope. So let's try that. All right. So Tuesday, we'll do classes. We'll do classes and objects, and also start one project, right? We'll start a project that you guys can all work on just like this. Hopefully that will also have scope for.
Yeah, I just brought that up because I heard you said something about it being like graded or something.
No. I mean, if it was really, really cool, I wouldn't mind giving you extra credit for it, but mostly not extra credit. No, it's just for fun. And also to make, it's going to be there for posterity, right? You can come back to it even 10 years from now and say, hey, that's a package I uploaded to CS2a 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And so it'll be there. So it's going to be fun for you. So just do it if you can.
Okay, so I just want to make sure it was nothing like, it wasn't an assignment or anything.
No. Don't focus on points and grades and stuff like that. Okay, just do it for fun, and it'll be okay.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
All right, best of luck, guys. We'll see you next week. Have a good weekend.
Have a good
Thank
weekend.
you. Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.